live. We are
We're
very.
live? Okay.
Yes. So,
Oh,
hi. I'm so happy to see you.
hey, Mir, I'm so happy to see you too. How's everything? I know you're just in another interview.
Yeah,
So
this is my
I was
third
listening.
interview today. So it's probably more or less I've done already about 2.5 hours of interviews just today. The other day I've done 5 hours. So it's
Wow.
going crazy. The interviews are going crazy and I love it. And I get a lot of response from many people that it helps them. So I continue to do them. And
That's
if
awesome.
anyone wants to ask specific question, you can ask in the comments, and I will try to look at the comments. And otherwise, the best is to follow me on Instagram,
Yeah.
Meir Ezra Official, and send me a private message. Ask me for the question, and I will either answer you directly, or I will talk about it in the interview. So, Ali, what are we going to talk about today?
Mir, we're going to talk about a lot of things, but what I'm doing is right now I'm sending it to all my friends that told me as soon as you go online, share with me. So I'm just sending and finishing up with that. But
We can,
Mir, most of I just want to give you a demographics of my Facebook friends. Most of them are going to be, in their 20s or 30s, where a lot of them are in sales. My family obviously is from everywhere, but you'll see a lot of entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs or everybody who's going to be joining this Facebook, and they're super excited because I talk a lot about you, and then they're always asking me, "Hey, who's Mir? Who's Mir?" And I was like, "Okay, I'll get a Facebook Live with them." So I finally got a chance. So, Mir, what would you want to say to my audience, my Facebook friends? If they want to kind of understand you, what would you say that? Tell us a little bit about yourself. I guess that would probably be the
yeah.
best way.
So, what I would say to people that listen is that the earlier you will start to become you, the more people you will help.
Okay.
That's on the one hand. On the other hand, it's never too late.
Good.
I will also tell you that what I teach you is not what you know or what you're going to like, but what I teach you is terribly workable. It's
Yes.
not what you like. It's not always easy. It's not going to maybe make you happy, but it's going to make you you. And once you become you, you will put happiness into things rather than expect things to give you happiness. Because if you expect things to give you happiness, you become an addict. But if you put happiness into thing, the thing become an addict to you. And that's
Yes.
much better.
Yes.
So this is generally the viewpoint that I have. On the one hand, I want to help people by giving them what they want to hear. On the other hand, I'm educating people that the only problem that they have, the only real problem that they have, is that they don't see the excuses as an excuse. They don't know that when they say an excuse, it's an excuse, which means every time you say, this happened to me because of, or I'm not as successful because of, or I don't have yet $100 million because of, it's an excuse. It's an
Yeah.
excuse. And you don't see it as an excuse, so you will never get to the $100 million. The difference between me that got $100 million and my brother that didn't is that I didn't give an excuse. I knew I'm going to get it, and I didn't look why not. Most people have this radar that they look in the environment for reason to surrender. They look for excuses to surrender. Why should they surrender? They have an urge to surrender. So what they do, they look everything in the environment and they say, that's why I cannot do it. That's why I cannot do it. That's why I cannot do it.
Yeah.
What I did is I didn't look at the reason to surrender. What I did was, that's what I'm going to get, and there's no environment. I'm going to get it. I don't know English. Who cares? I I have long hair and I'm going to do a business with a multinational company. Who cares? I don't have money to buy beautiful clothes and I have cut jeans and so who cares? I didn't use those things as why I cannot, which means I didn't think that I need to have something before I can bring result. I knew that my ideas, I can bring results by one thing, by not thinking that there is something that can prevent me from being the result. If you go to sell to a customer, if you didn't close him, you had before that some kind of a doubt that you need something to bring result, a better price, better condition, better this, better understanding of the customer, better something. You don't need nothing to close a customer. If you are sure that what you have is valuable to the customer will buy. For example, if I go to a customer, if I go to any customer, and I go and I say, look, I'm going to sell you money. Okay. And I'm going to give you $1 million and you're going to give me $50. Do you think that I need to sell much?
No,
I'm going to give you $1 million and you're going to give me 50. Anyone will take that deal, yes? Even if you're not Jewish, yes? Of course. Yes. Okay. So when in your mind, what you're going to give the customer is so valuable, it's not important how you dress, how you talk, if you speak the right language or you don't speak the right language, it's nothing important. You need to learn how to close yourself, that you have something of such value that there is no way that person will say no. When that's happened, you'll see that you'll be successful, which means basically what I'm saying is the environment is not relevant when it comes to me on my viewpoint. Now, when it comes to me and my viewpoint on others, their viewpoint is super relevant. Their viewpoint for me is super relevant. I know they're going to take the $1 million because I know. Yeah. But if I think that it's a bit too much for them, I will tell them, okay, let's start with 500 because I'll give them only what they can take. But I know they will take $1 million. You understand? But I'll give it to them at 2 stages because that's what they can take. So on the one hand, the first thing, I need to close myself that I can take anything. Yeah. I'm so unbelievable able that I can take anything. And the worst that can happen is that I will die or I will lose money. Not a big thing. That's the worst that can happen. Yes, I will die or whatever, not a problem. True. It's nothing. Yeah, I just heard that they give, every time that you die, they give you a new body for free. You don't have to sign a lease or something. They give you a body for free. Yeah. And then they have a maintenance program for 18 years. Your parents feed you and teach you and this. Exactly. So, there's really, for me, from my viewpoint, I have no risk, zero risk. The only risk that I have is not helping people. But everything around me try to convince me all day long that I live in a risky environment. And who is winning? Those people that actually know you have no risk. It's better to die and try. It's better to die and try than to not try and live, because you are not living. If the person is not successful, if the person feels that he didn't do anything in his life, that he didn't achieve his targets, he didn't achieve his purposes, he's actually not living. He's actually not living. So it's better to die and try than to not try and live. And this is, it's an extreme viewpoint, but it's true.
It is. And then I know you're going in the extremes, but one of the things that you talked about, really, really important, you said the first thing is you got to close yourself, right? And, I deal with a lot of salespeople. You definitely deal with it. Me and you are working, you're helping, you're coaching me as well too. And it has made a tremendous, obviously, impact in my life as well too. And then thank you for that. In terms of the fact of self-closing, I thought that was one of the most important things that I've learned from you, was to be able to self-close. And why do you think that I was talking to another salesperson, and we were on a call, and I was talking about you to him, and I told him about you teaching me self-closing. And, he was talking about his product. And then, 5-10 minutes later, he told me myself, he's like, Waqar, you know what? I don't really believe in my product. And that's the reason why I'm not closing. He's
Of
like,
course,
I
you cannot.
doubt it. And I'm like, that's the reason why you can't close. So he's like, I need to first believe in my product. He's like, I never took the time to believe my product. So why do you think that when we start closing, we start selling a certain product or service, but why do we not take the time to believe in it? Or why is it so, it's difficult, like to be grateful for example, like I love my parents. I love my wife, my siblings. But sometimes I overlook that I really appreciate them having in my life. But only when I lose them or they're away from me, I kind of miss them, and I'm like, oh, they're important to me. So why is it the same concept with closing as well too? Like,
I think,
how? Yeah,
yeah, I think what happens here is the physical universe makes us wrong all day long.
yes,
All day long. If you want, let's say you want to eat something, you need to get your body into the refrigerator, open the refrigerator, and take the food, which means you are a slave.
yeah,
You cannot just take food. Yes, you're a slave. You want to turn on the computer, you need to get your hands to the button and
yes.
press it.
Mhm.
Or you say, Siri, do something. You have to ask. You are a slave. You are actually basically the physical universe on a very, very, very low gradient convince you continuously that you are not cause.
Mm.
Okay, and every time that someone convinces you that you are not cause, basically what they tell you is you are wrong.
Mm.
You get that? So first of all, this is the first thing you
Yes.
need to understand. The physical universe is here to make you wrong. You
Mm.
cannot just, it always give you stops. Okay?
Okay.
Now, because that's what happened, and because throughout your life, people tell you, you are wrong, you are wrong, you are wrong. And they even tell you that's how you learn. Like, I
Yes.
need to cut you in order to heal you.
Yes.
Nonsense. Yes, I need to give you pain in order for you to have pleasure. It's nonsense. Yes. So because all the time people in the environment tell you you are wrong, you are wrong, you are wrong, you are wrong. What's happened now? You think that anyone that you love, any person you want to help, you need to make wrong. You really
Exactly.
instinctively
Exactly.
think that you need to see what's wrong, and I'm not standing for this. It's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. And what happened is the more wrong you see, the less able you become.
Mm.
The more wrong you see, the less able will you become. Why? Because your only ability is to put ideas, which is good.
Mm.
Only ability is to put good things there. So
Yes.
every time you are convinced to see something wrong, you actually lost your ability. You said, my ability is not worth it. It's not good. 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 So I see everything wrong. And you get to the age of 50, 40, 30, whatever, and you are a miserable person. You sit and you are angry, or you are upset, or you are afraid, or you are in some kind of an anxiety. All those things, all those mixed emotions are the result of you seeing bad in yourself and in other for so long. So now, so the end result is you become a stone, you become dead. Yes, the
Yes.
body is alive, but you are dead. Yes, you
Yeah.
don't have the benefit of owning a body and having joy. And you will see that most people are not happy. Most people are not happy. They have
Yeah.
anxiety, they have worries, they have pains, they have limitations, they wish that they could do. All of that start with you seeing bad things in others. What's the cure?
Hmm.
The cure, the cure is to do the following exercise. To
Yeah.
take one day that you force yourself to see only good in any situation. Someone punch you, you
Yeah.
say, "Whoa, he had a nice aftershave on his punch." You know,
Okay.
he had a
Okay.
nice
Yeah.
something nice. You lost money. It's okay. Someone make the money instead of me. You
Yeah.
you you just someone tell you, you're an idiot, and you
Yeah.
say, I help him to discharge this upset on me. I can take it, he cannot. It's okay. You just find how you can and how you can help people, how you can see good in people. When you see good in people for one day, just one day, not more.
Okay.
If you can do that in one day, you will see that all of a sudden, like magic, you will have a miracle, and the miracle that you will have is that you will see that actually people will start seeing good in you.
Yeah.
And when people start to see good in you, they want to give you things.
Nice.
Why a salesman get money? Because the prospect sees something good in him. You want to give him something of value to him, so he gives you money.
Exactly.
You have to start with this, that you see something good in him. How do you see something good in him? If I like you, if you're my brother, do you understand? I will not sell you something broken. I will not sell you something that I don't think that will help you. I will not sell you something that I don't think that is valuable. Yes. So if I see only good thing in you, if I feel that you are my brother, I will make sure that I'm close, that this is valuable to you, that when I'm giving it to you, and you pay me, it's a good deal for you. It's a good deal for you. If there is any kind of maybe on the deal, you'll see that even if I sold you, even if you pay me, shortly, I will lose the money because it's not be mine. The money will not be mine.
Yeah.
So the deal, the way to do it, what you need to do if you want to improve, start to see good in people, but continuously, not good, bad. Continuously. If you have one bad, you restart the 24 hours. You cannot say, oh, I've seen 3 good things and this guy pissed me off. No, reset. You need the full 24 hours that you don't have any thought, anything. You don't say, oh, this guy's stupid, this guy's this guy's upsetting, this guy's that. No, you see good in people. 24 hours, just full 24 hours. If you do this exercise once, probably you will not be able to do it in one go, but if you can, it's amazing. And if you do that, you'll see that your whole life will change, because you will reverse the flow. From a flow going away from you, it will become flow of coming to you. And you just have to try. It's only 24 hours. If I'm right, you become amazing. And if not, you're still amazing. Yes.
And it's an easy task, not too hard, not too difficult, right? So Meir, tell me a little bit more. I know you got some new seminar coming in, and tell my audience a little bit about that, and how can they use that seminar just to maybe get to know you better and also understand some of the basic principles, because that's what you focus on, right? And so tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to teach you how to recover anything that you want to know. What do I mean? The spirit, the definition of the word spirit is this thing that know. But then there's many things that you don't know.
Yes.
But there's an actual technique that you can learn, that you can recover anything you want to know. You will be able to know anything you want to know. I'm specifically applying it to the Yoga Sutras, which is basically, the Yoga Sutras mean the blueprint for life. So I'm specifically applying it to that, and you will learn that. But what I'm doing in that free webinars, it's a series of a few free webinars that actually will lead to a much bigger course, 300 hours course that will be built from 3 levels. The first level will be 30 hours, the second level 170 hours, and the third level is 100 hours. And this free webinars just set you up that you will have enough freedom to make proper decisions in your life, that if you will come to the full course or not, your life will improve. If you will do the free webinars, regardless if you will do the full course or not, I can guarantee that your life will improve. And if your life will not, and when I'm saying your life will improve, I'm talking about physically, proven in the physical universe, money, relationship, like really your life will improve in all aspects of life. And if it will not improve, my guarantee is that you didn't pay me anything, but I will pay you for wasting your time.
Perfect.
That's how sure I am that if you come to my seminar and you feel that what I taught you is not wow, life-changing, that you can apply, I will pay you. Only one condition. While you're on the seminar, you have to participate. There's a chat. It's a two-way communication. You have to participate. If you participate, 100 billion %. And the participation doesn't have to be a science, like a rocket science participation. Yes, no. That's all.
That's all.
Yes.
Okay.
Question. No, that's the minimum that I call participation. Okay. You do that. You didn't get the expected result. From your viewpoint, not from my viewpoint. You think, I've wasted an hour and a half. I'll pay you for your hour and a half.
Okay. All right. So
problem. Yes.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're not going to tell them when it is. We're going to tell them later down in the call because I want them to kind of understand a little bit more about you. Also, one of the things I want to ask you a lot of questions that I always wanted to ask you. And I know I have a lot of Facebook friends right now. I want to do another, obviously, Facebook Live with you, with maybe my sales team and everybody. But this is more of a general one. And I can tell you that I have a lot of my Facebook friends, and I think you as well too. A lot of people are thinking of improving themselves, and even your course, they will think of it as a self-development course. Let's just say, for hypothetically, but I know you've always taught us that it's not about getting more information; it's having the ability to delete information. Can you tell a little bit about that, because it's quite fascinating?
Yes. So the problem is not learning. In my definition of learning, is not a process of adding data. It's a process of removing fake reality. What is a fake reality? Fake reality is a piece of information you are 100% sure is right, but when you use it, it doesn't bring the expected result. And maybe I'll give you a story about something that happened when I was young that actually explain to you that how this willingness to experience anything makes the whole different. Okay,
good.
So here is the story. This is a very interesting story. I don't think that you heard it. When I was after the army, I was in the Israeli army. I was 6 years in the army. I was a diver, and after that, I went to the Far East. I was climbing the Himalaya, doing all kind of crazy things. And I was in the Far East for about a year. And after a year, the money finished.
Yeah.
And I heard that you can sell pictures on the street of Japan and make money.
Yes.
So the basic idea is that you stand outside of some kind of a club.
Yeah.
And you have pictures that you bought at 100 yen and you sell for 10,000 yen and you make a lot of money.
Okay.
But it's very cold and can be very miserable and so on and so on. Okay. So I heard about that and I said, I can make it. I can do it. So my wife was with me and another couple, and I told them, we're going to Japan. And they said, no, what if we will not make money? Maybe we should come back to Israel and we have a job there. I said, no, we're going to Japan. Yeah. Okay, we went to Japan. And we're going to sell. So we go on the first night and I go to a location, just random location next to a place where they sing karaoke, a club. Yeah. And my wife got to another location, and Lior got to another location, and Ruchi got to another location. So we have 4 locations.
Yeah.
We go at around 8 p.m. We come back home at about 6 a.m. in the morning. We come home at 6 a.m. in the morning. It's a kind of place where everyone, all the Israelis are, all the people that sell pictures. And of course, each one said, okay, how much you sold? So my wife did about 20,000 yen, maybe Ruchi did another 21, 23, 24, 25. And I've done that night 130,000 yen.
Holy. Okay.
So they said, what is it? It's the location. It's the location. You picked up the best location. It's the location. It's the location. I said, I don't know, I picked it up randomly, but you can take the location. I'll go to another location. I'll go to your location.
Okay.
So we switched location. Lior went to my location. I went to his location. And by the end of the night, we come in the morning, and he came back with 20,000 yen, and I came back with 150,000. So they said, no, you already used all the money there.
Nice.
And it was going like that, yes? It was going like that every night. And I was saying, look, the reason why I make so much more money is because I know they will buy. 100%. No, they will buy. They will buy, there's no question. And I'm going, when I go to one of these guys that coming down from the club, and I go to sell them, I'm not actually going to sell them. I go to collect the money. I know I already sold them. I go to collect the money, yes?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's going for a few nights. And one night, then this is just was the background. The actual story is coming. So one night, there's these two Yakuzas going down the stairs. Now you can see the Yakuza because they dress in a certain way. They've got tattoos and so on. And all the Israeli educate you the moment that you come to Japan that you don't deal with the Yakuzas, like off limit. So they come and they are both drunk and they're looking at the pictures and and one of them kick one of the pictures.
Oh, okay.
So I look at that and I said, Yakuza, it's okay because he's a Yakuza, so not a problem, just one picture. They're laughing, killing themselves laughing, and he kicks another picture.
Okay.
Now, I have a valve here that has been released, from that hold the blood from going to the brain, and the valve got released. And I say, if he goes to kick, and if he kick another picture, I'm going to punch him.
Oh, okay.
He kicked another picture, and I'm throwing a punch. And on the way to hit him, I realized how stupid I am. Yeah. But it was already on the way. I hit him. I broke his nose. He's falling down, and I realized that's really bad situation. I pick up the pictures, put them quickly into the van. Go. I go to the place where everyone is, and I tell them what's happened, and they're telling me, "Well, you know that you're dead." But if you manage to go quickly to the airport now, maybe you will catch up the flight before they will realize what happened and before they will catch you.
Wow.
And I said, no, I don't think so. And my wife, no, we need to go. We need to run. It's dangerous. And everyone telling me it's dangerous. I said, I don't think it's dangerous. I'll handle it. No, you don't understand. It's the Yakuza. It's not any person in the street. It's the Yakuza. You are not in Israel. So I understand. Went to sleep. Woke up in like 1 in the afternoon. First of all, I did a check. Everything is still connected. Good, they didn't cut. Everything is still connected. So I look around, I eat, and all the Israeli doing a bet when I will be killed. And at around 4 o'clock, I take the van. I drive to the place, to the club. And I go out of the car and I started to walk up those wide stairs, and I see these Japanese guys looking at me like they're looking at a dead person.
Holy.
I walk up and I say, I'm looking for the person in charge. They talk in Japanese. I don't know what they say. All of a sudden, there's 2 big Yakuza coming in, holding me and throwing me into a room and locking the door. I'm in that room, and I'm waiting in that room, and I started to think maybe it wasn't such a good idea. After some time, the room opened. These 2 big Yakuza standing there, and they're telling me to come, and I understand they want me to come, and I walk with them to another room. They open the door, and there's this guy sitting at the far, like the corner, against the wall, from on the side of him, these two beautiful ladies. There's one guy that's standing on the side that is a translator, and the Yakuzas in each corner as security.
Okay.
And the translator tell me, talk. You know, when someone tell me talk, I can talk. So I started to talk, and I started to I don't remember exactly what I told him, but I explained to him that what they've done is not okay, and that my pride is more important than my body. And I've been in the Israeli army, and I've been in the army, and I was willing to die for my freedom, and I'll be willing to die today for my freedom. And I don't remember exactly, but it was something along this line.
Yeah.
And I'm talking, and he picked up the hand like that, and I understood. It's in Japanese, stop. I understood that in any language is shut up. So, shut up. He answered in a perfect English. Perfect, like unbelievable English. He says, look, man, I apologize that it happened. He called the guy with the broken nose. Probably says something in Japanese. The guy with the broken nose all of a sudden show up on the floor apologizing. And he tells me, you know, do you mind sitting with me? I want to talk to you. I said, I don't mind sitting with you and talking to you, but, you know, I have a business to run. I'm selling pictures. He said, don't worry. I said, what do you mean, don't worry? I said, you know what we will do? You will put the pictures there. I'll put one of the Yakuza there. And every lady, every geisha that will come down with the customers, she will close the customer to buy the picture. He will buy the picture. We'll collect the money for you, and we will give you back the pictures. Because the customer will buy for the geisha. So I don't need any stock. It's just we rotate the stock.
Oh.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. So I was sitting with him for, I don't know, a few weeks, talking to him every month. We became very, very good friends, and the money was pumping because the ladies didn't let the customer go without buying them a picture, yes?
Yeah.
It was the order of the boss. And the money was going like a lot of money, like we printed money there. And I've stayed in contact with this guy for many, many years. Letters at that time, there was no email or text. It was letters, and we stayed in contact. We became really good friends. He was the head of the Yakuza in that area, very, very nice guy. And the moral of the story is that when you are willing to look at the danger in the eyes, money will come to you. Because you create. You are not running away. You have to be able to be willing to win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm, or otherwise you are not living.
Yes.
Because you are not trying to win, you are actually trying not to lose. If you are not willing to lose, you are not trying to win, you are trying not to lose. So you already lost. You understand? And that viewpoint of I'm willing to look at the eyes of the danger, and I'm willing to die for what's important for me. That viewpoint is what took me to making $100 million at the age of 31, to handling amazing situation in life, and never once I was worried. Never.
Wow.
Never.
Wow. So
because I was willing.
So to my audience, I know a lot of my friends are probably going to ask you, well, why is it so hard for us to? So when we lose, or it makes us feel bad. We get certain emotions come in. Let's just say if we're doing something and we lose, how do we keep the enthusiasm going? Should we react to it, or something like that? How should we handle it, basically?
Yeah. So when you lose, you don't lose unless you consider that you lost.
Perfect. Okay.
If you lost, it's because you consider that you lost. If I lost, it means that I consider that I cannot recreate it.
Yes.
If I can recreate it, it's not a loss. Let's say I have $1 million, okay, and I lost $2 million. But I know that I have a machine at home that when I press the button, it creates $2 million per day.
Okay.
Will I be upset? No. It's not a problem. So if you are actually worried or upset or anything, you actually admit that you cannot. And if you say you cannot, you will not. So even you have to force yourself to win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm. You have to force yourself to see good in any situation. You have to force yourself to say, I can, and I can. Why?
Yeah.
Just because. So you need to be the most cocky person in the universe.
Yeah.
Like so full with yourself that it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But you need to allow everyone else around you to be as cocky as you, as full with themselves as you. And if that's what the game is, you'll see that everyone is growing. You are not humble. You are not anything like that. I'm the worst. I'm never going to be humble. What does it mean, humble? To say that something is caused over me, that something is more than me. No, I can see someone is 100%. He's like the king of the king, but I'm also king.
Okay.
I can see someone say, you are the king of the king, but I'm also a king.
Yeah.
Because if not, like, how can I even know what a king is?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you need to be able to be full with yourself and let everyone else to be as much full with themselves. And for you personally, have the ability to win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm. Don't try to win. To play. Don't try to win. Play the game. Don't try to win the game. And by the way, when you actually play the game for the fun of the game, you will win.
Yeah.
Any game that you play and you start to be worried, am I going to lose? I mustn't lose. You're going to lose.
Yeah. Yeah.
The only games that you win is the games that you enjoy.
True. And it reminds me of when we used to play. I used to play PlayStation. I play PlayStation a lot. And probably not that much right now, but we used to have these soccer FIFA tournaments, and sometimes you lose and sometimes you win. But even when you lose, you enjoy it. Like, and that's the same level of enthusiasm you're talking about. But when it comes to me talking to my clients and everything, and I lose a deal, and I'm saying, oh man, I should have done this or I should have done that. And then I feel bad about it. Instead, I should say, it was fun. I had a good time. I had a good chat with this person, and keep that enthusiasm going so that when I go into the next deal, I close that deal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's like, I was once with a friend of mine, Steve Anderson. So I was with him in Vegas. And we went for some meeting or something. I don't remember what. And he told me, let's go and gamble. I never gamble. So he says, yeah, let's go. I said, okay, fine, I'll come with you. So he took me to this game that I think is called crap or something like that. Up to today, I don't know what the rule is. I have no idea what the rule is. I don't know what they do. But how did I play? I looked at what he's doing, and just as a game, I did the opposite.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I did the opposite of what he's done. That was my game. He's doing that. I'm doing the opposite. And I started to make money. I started to make a lot of money, $6,000, $7,000. And he started to see that. So he said, no, I'm going to change. So he would try the last moment to change. And I'm trying to change. And we were laughing. And we've done in probably 2 hours, we've done probably $12,000 each. And but I couldn't laugh anymore. I had such a pain. Like, it was terrible, laughing, like terrible. And we laughed and we did the most stupid things that you can do. Like in one game, okay, fine, we're putting all the money and this day, and we don't put, and I don't know. Up to now, I have no idea what's the rule of the game. I play for the joy of it. So we ended up there. We left that night with $12,000 each. And I think we started, I don't remember with how much, but maybe with $600 or $500 or something like nothing. Yes.
Yeah.
And we ended up with $12,000 each, somewhere around that. I don't remember exactly the number, but more than $10,000 each. The next morning I wake up and I go and we meet in the breakfast, and I see Steve, and I say, what's going on? And he's like, I see that he's not as happy. So I say, hey,
Mhm.
Steve, what's going on? He said, well, I lost the money. I said, what do you mean? He said, I thought that we were on a roll, and I
Mhm.
went and I tried to make more money.
Mm.
See, he tried to make more money. He didn't try to play. When we played, we tried to play.
Yeah.
He went to make more money. And at that
Ah.
moment, he left the loss of the money uncontrolled. So
Yeah.
it was money. This was just an
Wow.
unbelievable experience I had that solidified totally. If you want to be successful in your life, you need to be able to win and lose with the same level of enthusiasm, which means you play the game for one purpose only, to enjoy the game, not to win, not to prevent loss, not to lose, not to nothing. I'm going to play to enjoy the game, just for the fun of the game. And if
Yeah.
you are not worried for the fun of the game, if you are not working for the fun of the game, if work is not fun for you, it's not a game. If work is not a game, if it's not something that you enjoy, you're already dead, and there will not be results. You
Yeah.
see, people that are really successful, they go to work. I cannot go to sleep because I go to sleep and I'm already thinking about all the things that I want to do and all the excitement. And I will do this and I'll do that and I'll do that and I'll do that. And I'm excited about it. And I want to eat sometimes the keyboard or the screen because I'm so excited about
Yeah.
what I'm doing. And that's the thing that makes you. People tell me, why? But it's 7 a.m. in the morning. It's 8 a.m. in the morning your time. You're still awake? I say, yeah, of course I'm still awake. There's things to play. I'm enjoying the game. But why do you do that? You have money already. Because I'm not doing it for the money. If I was doing it for the money, I would stop working at the age of 31. After you
Yeah.
make $100 million, you put it in the bank, even in a low interest, it prints money. And in
Yes.
South Africa, the interest is much higher than in the US, and it prints money. You don't need to work.
Yeah.
So why will I work? Because I
Mm.
enjoy the game. I enjoy the game. Why will I do dangerous things? Why will I jump from airplanes? Why will I do kite surfing? Why will I ride fast motorcycle? Why will I do all those things? I enjoy the game.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't do.
And Mir, you bring it to a very good point because I started doing the same thing. I was doing really well. I was closing a lot of deals. Things were going really, really well. And then you're right. You talked about the story, and the same thing happened. When I think about it now, it was the same thing. I was like, hey, look, I can make more money,
That's
and
it.
that's it. That's it. And
That's
then I had this dry period until obviously I had to pick myself up, and I was like, hey, why did you do so well? Because you enjoyed it. Obviously, I've been coached by you, and then I've been spending a lot of time with you. And then last couple of weeks have been tremendously amazing. There was a moment, actually, I haven't shared it with you, but there was a moment where I actually was able to create money. I wasn't expecting some money to come to me, and it just popped up. Like I had this. I replied to this person on Facebook, and I said something really, really good about him, and he owed me some money. And then he messaged me and saying, "Hey, I've sent you this money. I've emailed it to you. Please accept it. I owed you that money." And it's just amazing because my intention was always good. I never thought about that. He has to pay me or anything. I was just trying to, what you said, just be yourself, compliment
Yeah,
people.
play the game. Play the game. If you play the game, if you can actually, honestly, not as a show,
Yeah,
honestly, play the game. So you enjoy it. So you see good in people. You cannot play the game if you think that the other people want to kill you. No, it's a game. It's only a game. It's just a game. It's like nothing. They're not the enemy. They just
yeah,
they're the opponent, not an enemy. Big difference. And if you just can see that, so you'll see the good in them. So when you play a game with a friend of yours, if you just play the game, you're not trying to kill him.
yes,
Yes, you're trying to overcome the barrier. You're trying to score. You're trying, but it's fun. Yes, you're playing
yeah,
sport. It's fun. You play this. It's fun. You're not trying to kill him,
yeah,
but you play for life or death. Oh my God, it is
yeah,
so heavy, so serious. You are dead already. You are dead
yeah,
already. Don't even start because you're
yeah.
actually not playing the game. You're playing a different game, and you say that you play the
You're
game.
playing this.
You play the game of I want to make more money, and
Yeah,
it's not the game. The game of sales is a game of helping people, not making money.
yeah,
Salespeople don't supposed to make money. They're supposed to help people.
Yes.
Money just come. You don't make the money. Money you have because someone gave it to you because you helped him. So if you try to make money all of a sudden, you shift your attention from the game of helping people to the game of making money. And the only person that make money is the government. The only body that make money is the government. You don't make money. You get money or you have money because you helped. Totally different.
Very true. Very true. Thank you for sharing that. I know we're gonna wrap up, but I just also wanted to ask you. I have. I think probably she's not tuned in, but she's a physics professor, and she's you talk about physics a lot. Tell me a little bit about why is physics so important? And you have this amazing way. I was really good in physics myself, and it's very dear to me. But you have this really amazing way of connecting physical laws and principles into life. So can you talk a little bit about that in the smallest context?
You're asking me to tell you the whole Wikipedia in 2 seconds.
Just something basic, like why is physics so powerful?
Two things. Physics are powerful because physics is manifestation of our creation. It's a manifestation of our creation. So we can reverse engineer the physics and get to what viewpoint got us to put the physics there. Okay? So physics is a manifestation of our creation. Now, since we started to create by tools, this universe is composed of tools, and since this universe is composed of a tiny particles of tools, you will see that when you look at nanoparticles, or when you look at the quantum physics, which means the study of minute particles, how do they behave? They behave differently than big particles. And the reason they behave differently is quite fascinating. The answer is quite simple, but it needs explanation. And if you understand that you are closer to the minute particles, your wavelength is zero. You don't have a wavelength. You are the creator of a wavelength. So the first wavelength that you will create will be very, very short wavelength, very high frequency. Small particles can move a lot at very high speed. And bigger particles move slower. And because of that, bigger particles describe less good yourself, you, the creator. And if you understand this whole concept, and if you understand what is an atom, and why there is an atom, and why it behaves the way that it behaves, and why it seems like it behaves differently, because it's not behaving differently when it's small particle or big particle. Just the wavelength that you measure it by is different. And once you understand this whole knowledge, and you are able to disconnect yourself from what you heard and to actually observe, you discover the most fascinating thing. And that's what I'm doing in the inner circle, which is a little bit much more advanced thinking. I'm actually in that inner circle. I'm proving and showing the people how the creation happened, how God put something out of nothing. By looking at quantum physics, you can actually deduce how God or how the creator brings something out of nothing. And once you understand that, not because I tell you, but because it's yours, because you got it. Once you understand that principle, all of a sudden you see that you can bring about anything by a decision alone.
Beautiful. And Meir, one of the best things I want to share with my Facebook friends is when I took your introductory level course, it was amazing. Like it was like right here. And then I thought, usually you look at a lot of other mentors and everything, you look at their whatever they're presenting and sharing with you is probably their best material. And then when I started looking at your introductory stuff, I thought it was amazing. But then I got into your advanced course and it was even better. And then I got into the inner circle and I'm like, oh my God, like, does it get even worse? Like, it's amazing. So it was amazing how you get deeper and deeper into it. And then you understand that how much more powerful it is. So I really love that of how you've designed your coaching and how you've really introduced that to different gradients. And I think it's very, very powerful, especially for a lot of my Facebook friends who are listening to you for the first time. It's a good way for them to maybe connect to your next seminar, which is the free seminar. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a free seminar, the Yoga Sutras, which is really life. Forget about the name. So what it is, so even if you are not into yoga, or if you are in yoga, you will see that it's basically teaching you about life, and you register. It's every Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. South Africa time, and all you have to do is to go to meirezra.com/yoga, and you will be able to register. It's free, not easy, but free. And if you want to see the past 2 webinars, if you want to get ready and to see, not that you really need it, but if you want to see the past 2 webinars, just go to meirezra.com/yoga replay and just register. Then you can get the 2 earlier webinars. And I can promise you that for as long as you are willing to look, and answer the chat, just yes, no, your life will change. You will have in one seminar more improvement than what you had in all your life studying, and I'm not exaggerating.
Yes, I totally agree. Meir, thank you so much. I'm gonna put all the links in my chat as well for everybody to see. And Meir, before I leave, one of the most amazing things that I learned from you, which I think is very easy to do, was I just tell people now when I talk to them or I have a meeting with them, I just tell them how amazing and perfect they are. And that's it. That's all I tell them. And it's just amazing how they react to me the next time they see me. And I think that's all I want to say. And obviously you're amazing. And I've learned a lot from you. So thank you so much. And thank you for everybody who tuned in. I think all of my friends are amazing. And I really want to thank all of them for tuning in. So
thank you. The quote that I have is that you are perfect, and anything that is not perfect is not you. It's not that you're not doing something imperfect. Anything that is not perfect is not you. And you can be that perfect only for as long as you understand that everyone else is perfect, and anything that they're doing is not them. Anything that the not perfect that they're doing is not them. So you can separate between the person and his actions, because you are under a tremendous amount of the physical universe to do, and entities to do wrong things, and you somehow manage to do right things. They're the same way.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Very nice talking to you. Thank you.
Lovely.
And thank you for everyone that listening. I see that we had lots of people listening, and Bobby and Vince and Quinton and many, and Wanda and lots of people.
You owe me one more. You owe me one more Facebook Live. I want to do it with my team. They would love to see you. And then
anytime we want. Organize with a meet. Okay.
Of course. All right. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you for Shamaya for organizing everything. Thank you for everyone that's listening, and thank you for Gali. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.